Chapter 25 presents a vivid narrative filled with intrigue, conflict, and spiritual significance. It's a story of human folly, divine intervention, and foreshadowing of the Messiah. Within this chapter we see the death of Samuel and then David, the future king of Israel, who is fleeing from the jealous rage of King Saul. He and his men find themselves in the wilderness near the wealthy landowner Nabal. David, in a gesture of goodwill and protection, sends messengers to Nabal requesting provisions for his men. This encounter sets the stage for a dramatic chain of events that reveal God's character and foreshadow the coming of Jesus Christ. The death of Samuel marks a significant moment in the history of Israel. Samuel, the last of the judges and a prophet of God, had anointed both Saul and David as kings. His passing signifies the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in Israel's history. The people of Israel mourned deeply for Samuel, recognizing his role as a spiritual leader and a mediator between God and the nation. His death serves as a reminder of the transient nature of life and the enduring legacy of those who faithfully serve God. As we reflect on Samuel's life and death, we are encouraged to consider our own legacy and the impact of our faithfulness to God's calling. David, though a mighty warrior, approaches Nabal with humility and respect. He reminds Nabal of the protection his men have provided, saying, "Your shepherds have been with us and we did them no harm. Please give whatever you have at hand to your servants and to your son David." David's request is not a demand but a plea for hospitality, reflecting the customs of the time. Nabal, whose name means fool, lives up to his name. He responds with scorn and insults, refusing to acknowledge David's position or the service rendered by his men. Nabal's heart, hardened by greed and pride, leads him to utter harsh words, dismissing David as insignificant. This rejection enrages David, who vows to take revenge, planning to strike down Nabal and his household. As David prepares for a vengeful attack, Nabal's wife, Abigail, steps into the narrative. Abigail, described as intelligent and beautiful, represents wisdom and discretion. Informed of her husband's foolish actions and the impending danger, she takes immediate action. She prepares a generous gift of provisions for David and his men and sets out to meet him. When Abigail encounters David, she humbles herself before him, taking responsibility for her husband's actions and pleading for mercy. She acknowledges David's future kingship, recognizing him as God's chosen leader. Abigail's wise and courageous intervention appeases David's anger, preventing a course of action that would have led to bloodshed and guilt. The events of 1 Samuel chapter 25 offer a glimpse of God's character and foreshadow the coming of Jesus Christ. Nabal, in his pride and rejection of David, represents those who reject God's grace and choose their own selfish desires. His ultimate fate, being struck down by God, points to the judgment that awaits those who persist in their sin. David, though initially driven by anger and vengeance, demonstrates restraint and mercy through Abigail's intervention. This foreshadows Jesus Christ, who, though perfectly righteous, offers forgiveness and grace to those who repent and turn to him. Abigail's role as intercessor and peacemaker reflects Christ's role as mediator between God and humanity, bringing reconciliation and hope. The story of David, Nabal, and Abigail in 1 Samuel chapter 25 offers timeless lessons for believers today. We are reminded of the destructive nature of pride and selfishness embodied in Nabal's actions. We see the importance of wisdom and humility exemplified by Abigail's response to a volatile situation. Most importantly, we encounter a powerful foreshadowing of Jesus Christ, the one who offers grace and forgiveness to those who, like David, turn away from vengeance and embrace God's mercy. Through this ancient encounter, we gain insights into God's character and are challenged to live lives marked by humility, wisdom, and a willingness to extend grace to others. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.